a student nurse, a gamekeeper's daughter, and the coordinator for the Tayside and Central Scotland's Moorland Group. I have lived in the countryside since I was 5 years old, or the middle of nowhere as all my friends call it. I didn't realise my childhood was any different until school, where teachers and kids looked at me as if I had two heads when I spoke about my 14 pet dogs and my pet roe deer. I realise now how strange that must have sounded. As I'm sure many of you are aware, the non-existent bus service and reluctance of taxi drivers to drive up country road makes getting anywhere near impossible if you can't drive. When the school bus couldn't get to us in the snow, I didn't have the joy of snow days. I made it there, whether it be by car, tractor or quad bike. Because of the sheer determination of me not missing out on my education, when I finished 6th year at high school, I made the local newspapers for never missing a day of nursery, primary or secondary school. For my 16th birthday, unlike most girls my age, I was granted my shotgun certificate and my firearms licence. However, all these years later, I'm still waiting on my pink shotgun. My first driving lessons were daunting, considering heavy traffic to me is a tractor in 5 years holding us all up. I passed my test when I was 17. However, I'm not sure who was happier, me or my mum and dad. I went to high school in Perth, and while my friends were out meeting after school or shopping at the weekends, I was going beating, feeding pheasants, snaring, or shooting and gutting rabbits, which I then have for dinner. Not your average weekend, but I wouldn't change it for anything. Don't get me wrong, of course I got to go out as much as I could with my friends. However, while their parents worked Monday to Friday, 9 till 5, it's hard explaining that as gamekeepers, my mum and dad didn't have set finishing times. They worked 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. However, the most difficult conversation has always been explaining what a gamekeeper is to people who've probably never seen a pheasant, grouse or partridge. My dad works outside has always been the easiest answer. Fast forward a few years, and I'm currently a student nurse at Dundee University. I will qualify in August. Fingers crossed it's not the 12th, or I'll be graduating on my own. I've already applied for my first post as a registered nurse. Alongside this, I began coordinating the Tayside and Central Scotland Moorland Group in August 2015. The page is run by those who work and live on the moors and is funded by the landowners. It gives the gamekeepers and everyone else involved the chance to give the general public an insight into what it is you all do and why you do it. In my opinion, the page has been a great way to reach your target audience, work with the community, meet politicians and promote the fantastic work you all do. The current proposals for licensing ground moors, where those employed already have dozens of qualifications and a wealth of knowledge on the relevant legislation, is another example of the challenges you all face every day. However, to me this emphasises how passionate you all are about your job, the countryside, the wildlife, all the birds, no matter how many obstacles are put in your way. I'm especially thankful to my parents. My mum works alongside my dad every day, which can't be easy, and in 2014 she won Game Bird of the Year from the Gamekeepers Welfare Trust, an award she fully deserved. My dad, the passion, positive attitude, commitment and determination he has every day for his job is admirable. From starting the page, I've only just fully understand how difficult it is for him and all of you to do the amazing job you do. I hope that all of you, like the Gamekeepers Welfare Trust, continue to carry on the good work. I, for one, am thankful of all that you do. Thank you.
Yeah, I may be married to a gamekeeper, but I also work. I work for Highland Council. I'm a community early years practitioner, so I work with health visitors from babies, antenatal, right through till 5 when they go to school. So because we're in a rural location, there's a lot of travelling about. I got to meet lots of families who live in rural, remote areas, and I can relate to them, through my personal life. At the end of last year, I went to do a visit with the health visitor to a family who lived 9 miles up a very bumpy road, probably more like a river, bottom of a river. It was so bad. And that was, again, they lived another sort of 7 miles from the bottom of their glen to the village. They had a young family. Sadly, the mum became very poorly. The young keeper himself was trying to do his job and look after his wife and small child. The mum had to have treatment at the hospital, so going to Inverness was about 2-hour drive from where they stayed. It wasn't convenient to be taking this child with them, and they were looking for help, financial help, to help towards childcare costs. Through my work as a community early years practitioner, and also through my personal life, I knew about actually the Scottish Gamekeepers Association and wondered if there was any help that they could give, and I was quickly signposted on to the Gamekeepers Welfare Trust, where Helen, through emails and phones, was absolutely fantastic, and soon some money was put forward, and it helped this family out tremendously. And I think if I wasn't part of this lifestyle, this way of life that we have, I wouldn't have known where to go to look to help these people. And you know, thankfully they've managed to move on with their lives, and been very thankful for the help that they've had from the Gamekeepers Welfare Trust.